Think about this for a minute, and everybody in this room, please think about this. Washington, D.C. is unresponsive. Our senators don't respond. Levin laughs, makes a big joke. He thinks it's funny. Stabenow, she doesn't listen. She's too wrapped up with trying to chase her husband out of whorehouses and stuff. Okay? The point is the truth. The truth is, Washington, D.C. is not working for the benefit of this country anymore. They're not. Obama, McCain, Bush, all these guys belong to New World Order organizations, have their families are deep seat into it. Right. You know it, right? Oh, yeah. I know it. Okay? The Knights of Malta run our corporations. Okay? Run our banks. Timothy F. Geithner, Knight of Malta.
So what do we do on a state level?
State level, we have to secede at state level. Please let me finish. We need to secede, Jerry. Separate and form our own country and form another alliance. We're not going to go alone. We're not going to go it alone. We're going to form an alliance with other states that are talking secession, just like we are here right now. 35 states are talking, reasserting their 10th Amendment rights to rule their own states, which is the first step towards secession. You want to get rid of the Electoral College? Then you form a new union, a new government that will represent us and will do the right thing.
There's another one coming up in July, they say.
When he gets
I'll wait till he gets done.
Go ahead and sit down for a minute.
Okay, one thing too I want to say too is...
Does that make any sense to you?
It does make sense. Yes, it does. But I want to say one thing too is that my son is a career Air Force.
My son's in the Army.
And he's been in there just about 10 years now. He went in Afghanistan, first wave. He went in with Afghanistan. He's had 2 tours in Iraq. My son Shannon, yeah. He's a staff sergeant in the U.S. Air Force right now. He's in Vandenberg Air Force Base. I'm very patriotic. I love my country.
Me too.
And I will not put up with this world.
Have you had any conversation with Candace Miller?
No, I have not.
Her office or anything? So you haven't addressed this with anybody?
No. This world order crap is going to divide this country.
It'll destroy us.
Yes, it is.
And
people,
there's
people that are so patriotic, and
they're willing to go to war over it.
I've never raised an arm against anybody as far as firearms or any kind of weapon or anything. I'm a very peace-loving person. I've taught thousands and thousands of students. I love doing that, and just to hear world order changing this country's monetary status and all that stuff. It's just, as far as I'm concerned, that is treason.
Are you aware of this?
It's absolutely treason for us to go into this world order thing and change. Now, I don't mind being the United States and being a member of something, but to divide, basically where they're heading is taking this country into a very, very less important role.
Dictatorship.
Yes.
And they're trying to, instead of bringing the rest of the world up to our standards, they're
taking us down.
Taking us down and them up a little bit.
Because I was born in the 50s, born in 1950, so I'm 58 years old. Everything I've learned when I was growing up is that be all you can be. You have a chance and a shot at doing that in this country. What can we tell our kids these days? Yeah. We can't tell them any of that kind of stuff.
They have no future. They're going to die.
And and I know it's hard. You go back to Congress, and you've got 435 other people or whatever it is that you have to talk to, and basically, I don't know if those people are getting out and acting. I know they're probably talking with everybody in their, as many people as they can in their state. But most of us, a lot of people call, somebody a crackpot. Most of us are ordinary, everyday citizens that are very worried about what Walt's talking about. And I know Walt comes across real strong here, but you better take it seriously.
Are you aware of what this New World Order and what these guys are planning?
I told Walt that sitting right in my office. I said, Walt, but the problem is exactly what I'm trying to explain to you. You've got to go about this thing you can't just go in there and start talking like you're talking.
Now wait a minute. Now wait a second. Now let me get this clear, and it's going to be recorded.
That's fine.
I want to make sure that it's clear. I'm not talking about going in like a maniac.
Well, I know you're not talking
Okay.
about that, but
Now wait a minute, let me finish.
okay,
Let
go
me
ahead.
finish and answer you.
Okay.
Okay? Now, you're implying that I'm talking about going in like some kind of maniac and some kind of terrorist. I'm not saying that at all.
That's not what I meant to imply. If you
Okay,
were
all
talking
right.
about it,
Now,
that's
what
not
I'm
I meant
saying
to
is
imply.
you need to introduce legislation immediately before this gets out of hand and our economy is completely devastated where we have no hope to restore it. You need to introduce legislation for secession and form a new vanguard, protect this state, Michigan, our families against this. Okay, and form new alliances with other states, 35 of them, that are doing the same thing right now.
Is there any
Okay, well, may I say something real quick? Things that are done in this country are not really done until people really, I don't want to use the word shout loud enough, but are heard.
We don't want to get that far, though.
Yeah, heard loud enough. This succeeding from the Union is the last thing I'd want to see, okay, obviously. But until they start taking people serious, it's maybe the threat of secession
That would cause.
that would cause them,
Yeah.
people to listen.
Yeah.
Now you understand, I do
You're
not
talking
want
about the
to
average
consider-
person listening.
I'm talking about government listening.
Federal government's not going to listen.
Well,
Every
if-
single
if-
one in
if enough of the states threaten and seriously threaten without actually doing it, maybe they'll start saying, well, maybe there's a problem.
Walter,
here.
let me say something real quick. So Walter first mentioned this to me. I said to Walter, I don't know if you remember this or not. I said so.
I remember everything
So we
you said.
secede from the union. We secede from the union. So who do you want to run our state government? Jennifer Granholm?
No.
And you're, now just a minute. Let me finish. Now,
Okay,
I'm talking
you
about-
asked a question,
And
then I'm gonna
I
answer
said
it.
that to you, and
Go
you
ahead.
said absolutely not. We need to replace her too. So then you become to an issue where you become. I mean, how do you do that?
Okay, I'm going to answer. Can I answer this question?
Yeah.
I'm going to answer your question. You, as a legislative body, by the state constitution, are supposed to impeach her if she's not serving and obeying the state constitution of Michigan. You're to impeach her, just like the president at a national level is being impeached when he's committing treason, which is what's going on with this new world order right now. Treason. She is going to be. She has offered her services to Obama, who is part of the New World Order. His wife belongs to a Chicago affiliate of the Council on Foreign Relations. I got it on video, her coming out of the meeting. So anybody have any questions about whether it's true or not, I got proof. Okay? He belongs to it. He's serving outside interests, okay? They want to rule this country. They want a one world government. That's what they're after. You know what the New World Order is, I'm sure. You've heard it for how long? You've been in this county? And how many people in this county have been talking about the New World Order? I've been talking about it for 37 years. I've lived in this county for going on 25 years. Okay? I'm a responsible person. I pay my taxes. I got 8 grandchildren, 5 children. Okay? So the point is about, as far as the way I'm coming off, well, I'm coming off because I'm concerned. I know what the end result's going to be. My family's going to die, okay? Because they're going to starve. If the money's not worth anything, they're not going to have anything to buy with. They're not working. Nobody's producing any food. You farmers are going down the tubes right along with the rest of us that are non-farmers. If we don't work, you don't work. None of us are going to work. That means equals death. Do you understand? End result.
Is there any support among your legislative counterparts? Have you talked to anybody at all?
About
Is
secession?
there any rumblings
Secession?
going on in other districts, or
Well, then I don't know. I'm going to go back and talk about that more now. I'll bring it up.
are you hearing? And you haven't?
No, obviously no.
Right.
No. The sovereignty thing. Now that the resolution that's been introduced by Opsimer,
Explain
Paul
that
and
to
I've
me,
been
please.
talking. Basically, it is just urging telling the federal government that we want our state to be a sovereign state like it was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
That we can run our own state. We don't need to be told what to do by the state government.
Or if they don't listen, then what?
Well, I don't think that addresses that.
We should. Shouldn't it?
Who was this introduced?
Well,
by?
you've seen the.
I got copies
It
of it.
doesn't say anything beyond that.
Oh, yeah, well, this is blowing smoke.
Well, it's a beginning.
Okay,
of
you need to
somewhere.
you need to tell them flat out, we don't want your New World Order. You need to bluntly say it out loud. All the secret societies that are part of this New World Order,
Let's put it this
you
way.
need to
What
tell them
if
too.
us to take a vote right now, what the American people thought about the world order, it would be stopped in its tracks right
Sure
now.
hope so.
Okay?
I think there's a level of fear in the general public, though, as I expressed earlier, and people I've talked to through my business dealings, they're afraid to say anything, which leads to the question: are we free? you know, but
You